that again. Solid. Here comes Wilson, fellas. Good morning, Judge.
Vox vobiscum, Mr. Blackstone.
How's your honor this morning?
Oh, I'm deeply touched, gentlemen. But if Doc Whittier pulls an unexpected quiz in criminal law today, you fine gentlemen will be behind the proverbial 8-ball.
Come in, Steve. After teaching future jurists for 40 years, I've learned that it saves embarrassment all the way around if I announce my arrival by a hard rapping on the door. Nothing undermines the dignity of these legal lights so much as to be caught throwing spitballs at one another. Especially when they miss their target. Well, now let's get down to cases. I've invited Mr. Pettijohn here today to talk to us about circumstantial evidence as it relates to the practice of criminal law. Ladies and gentlemen, the Honorable Stephen Pettijohn.
I believe it was Thoreau who said some circumstantial evidence is very strong, as when you find a trout in the milk. But all evidence is not of such a positive nature. Mostly people who plan or commit crimes take every precaution, not only against being caught red-handed, but against leaving behind them a trout in the milk. It then becomes the job of the prosecutor to link together related or unrelated objects or events called circumstantial evidence, and thereby try to arrive at the identity of the criminal. A colored prisoner once said to me, he says, "You know, boss," he says, "this circumstantial evidence is evidence that ain't." And mighty uncircumstantial at that. Well, there's more than a thimbleful of truth in that remark. You take, for example, the James Gardner murder case that occupied the front pages just a few months ago. As everyone knows, my office, on purely circumstantial evidence, got a conviction against Harry Beach for the murder of James Gardner. Beach was sentenced to hang in the state penitentiary on the morning of October the 10th. The day previous, I was sitting in my office going over the events leading up to his conviction.
Sue Boardman is here to see you, Mr. Pettijohn.
Ask her to come in, please. Sue Boardman was Harry Beach's fiancée. What made it worse, my wife's niece. She was a lovely young girl, and since we had no children of our own, we were especially fond of her. I knew what she was coming to see me about, and I hated to face it. Hello, Sue.
Hello, Uncle Steve.
Well, another new coat? No. You women can think of more expensive ways to get us men to look at you.
It's not new. Aunt Margie gave it to me last year, and you know it.
Yes, I know it.
Any news from the governor? Oh, Uncle Steve.
There. It's just hoping against hope to expect a reprieve. There's no legal basis for it.
But Harry's innocent. I know he is.
I've done everything I can, believe me.
I know, Uncle Steve, but Harry has no one but me.
You want to see him?
Oh, please.
All right.
Yes?
Get me Warden Swan on the phone.
Yes, sir.
All right, dear. You run along now. I'll make the appointment and let you know about it later.
Thank you, Uncle Steve.
When that girl left, I felt like I'd been kicked under the heart by a mule.
Uncle Steve arranged for me to see you.
It was very kind of Uncle Steve.
Don't be angry at him. He only did what any other district attorney would have done. His legal duty.
His legal duty.
I know you're bitter.
Bitter? I hate them all. The judge and the jury and your Uncle Steve. They all did their legal duty, but each one helped drive a spike into my coffin.
Darling, let's not talk about them.
Well, what else is there to talk about?
About us?
Oh, sure, let's discuss plans for our wedding. For our honeymoon. Maybe we can take a canoeing trip. It'll be nice next week in the country.
Harry.
I can try out that fishing reel I bought. And you can use that camera I gave you for your birthday.
Please.
Each night when we make camp, we'll have a fire going. And while you're fixing the grub, I'll lie on my back and look up at the stars and say, "You're a lucky man, Harry Beach." They're not bad plans, are they?
Please
They're
don't.
hanging me, Sue. I'm a murderer. The law says a life for a life. Your uncle said it. The judge said it. The newspaper said it. They all said it.
You're only torturing yourself.
Sue. Look at me, Sue. Look at me. You're very pretty.
this?
Uh-huh. Like this.
I was in no particular hurry to get home that evening. I was experiencing what we in my business call the DA's DTs. Only an hour ago, Margie had phoned me. Sue had dropped by to see her after returning from the prison. Well, I knew what that meant. A domestic clash between the head of the household, me, and the one who really runs it, my wife. I went into a 1-minute huddle with myself and resolved to meet it with fortitude and courage, to give blow for blow. That did as much good for me as trying to revive a drowned man with a glass of water. For as I opened the door, there was Margie looking like a professional mourner. Hello, Margie.
Hello.
Thanks. Well, anything new?
Nothing much. You're a little late.
Yes. I got tied up at the last minute, and then, of course, I had to drive slowly and save the tires.
Hope the dinner isn't spoiled.
That was a challenging remark, but I didn't take it up. Like all appeasers, I decided to play ostrich. I went further than that. I bent over backwards to be friendly. I helped Margie to a chair. She rang the bell. Julia, our stone-faced house girl, came in.
Yes, ma'am.
Go ahead with the dinner, Julia.
Yes, ma'am.
It's sour, but it's the only kind I could get this time of year.
Well, I don't know that I'd care for it anyway.
You'd better. Precious little to look forward to in dried out liver.
I'm not hungry tonight. I've got a little pain.
Had a beer for lunch, I suppose, huh?
I did not.
With corned beef hash.
I had 2 soft-boiled eggs, a glass of milk, and a piece of toast.
The toast did it.
I had 1 little bite.
That's enough with your tricky stomach. And stop smoking those weeds.
Oh, for Pete's sake, go ahead and say it.
Say what?
That I'm hanging an innocent man. It's written all over your face. It just shrieks executioner at me.
Guilty conscience.
Sometimes I wish they'd hang me instead of Beach and get the whole thing over with.
The liver's not too bad, ma'am. Just a little dry and curly on the edges is all.
Not bad. Tastes like the scrapings off a charcoal stove. Bring my coffee in here, Julia.
Yes, ma'am.
You needn't hide it. I saw it.
Well, what of it? They've got a right to get married, haven't they?
Sure they have. Only they might have had the common decency to wait a while longer and then not be so brazen about it. Mrs. Constance Gardner, wife of the late James Gardner, Hanford's leading banker, and Mr. Ted Farnsworth, one of Hanford's noted members of the bar, will be married in the Maple Street Church on Wednesday next. Details have not been arranged, but the reception will be very informal and simple. That's nice of them.
I'll never be able to understand you women. It's 6 months since Jim was killed.
Murdered, according to the law.
He was murdered. And Harry Beach did it. Well, what's that got to do with it? How long must one go on morbidly mourning the dead?
Oh, stop orating. You're not impressing a jury now. You're only trying to whitewash this mess because Ted Farnsworth is one of your legal cronies.
Ted Farnsworth is my friend.
Well, they're not going to get my blessings, and I hope Harry Beach haunts them till their dying day.
That was the aunt in Margie talking. Just because her niece's fiancé was to hang for the killing of James Gardner, she could see no reason for life going on for others. Despite what Margie said, I couldn't help thinking that Ted and Constance were entitled to a chance of finding happiness together. When I think back of all they went through that Saturday night in May, Margie and I had just finished our dinner. I had wound up a hard week downtown, and we both looked forward to a quiet weekend at home. I had promised to play Parcheesi with Margie, at which, by the way, she's quite a shark.
Mr. Pettijohn's residence. Hold the phone, please.
Who is it?
It's for Mr. Pettijohn. Making it brief, the man says he's the sheriff from Mountainville, and it's very important.
Bring the phone in here, Julia.
Uh-oh.
Hello?
Hello. This the Right Honorable Stephen Pettijohn?
That's right.
Well, this is Stu Johnson, Sheriff of Mountainville.
Yeah? What can I do for you, Mr. Johnson?
Well, get a right good hold in your right honorable pants, because I got something to tell you that'll knock you kicking. James Gardner, that banker fellow from Hanford's been murdered. .38 revolver found right alongside of him.
What?
I knew that'd get you. Yep, the body was found by Canoe Creek. It's just a short piece from his lodge. It's up there now.
Well, are you sure it was a murder? Maybe it was just an accident.
It ain't no accident with a bullet hole the size of a butternut in his skull.
Well, are you sure it was James Gardner?
Oh, gave the corpus delicti a good going over. If it ain't Gardner, he's carrying a stolen pocketbook full of Gardner's identification cards on him.
All right, Mr. Johnson. I'll send a couple of my men up there right away. In the meantime, just don't say anything about it. Huh?
Well, I'm afraid it's too late for that, Right Honorable. News like this in these parts just gets right up and gets.
All right. Thank you very much, Mr. Johnson.
Oh, it ain't nothing. Just doing my duty.
Goodbye.
So long, Right Honorable.
James Gardner murdered. I can't believe it. Who'd want to kill Jim?
Plenty of people had a good reason for murdering him. I can think of half a dozen.
Oh, Margie.
I know the wife of the district attorney isn't supposed to think.
Oh, you can think, all right, but...
Keep to myself, I know. What an awful existence. As a girl, I wasn't allowed to express my opinions. Since I'm married to a district attorney, I mustn't. So through life I go, keeping mum. One day, Steve Pettijohn, like a pent-up volcano, I'll erupt.
Hello.
Oh, Thomas? Steve Pettijohn. Get a hold of Mott and shoot up to Mountainville right away. James Gardner, the banker's been found murdered up there. Contact the sheriff, get the facts of the case, and report back to me.
Okay, Chief.
Well, what about our game?
Murder and Parcheesi don't mix. When I play for keeps.
You're not kidding. Hello?
Mr. Pettijohn, please.
This is Mr. Pettijohn.
We just heard that James Gardner's been murdered up in Mountainville.
Who is this?
This is Gordon of the Hanford Press. Do you know anything about it?
Yes, that's the story I heard, but so far it hasn't been officially verified.
Thanks, D.A.
We're off. Since there had to be a murder, why, dear Lord, did you have to make the victim a prominent man?
Ladies and gentlemen, we regret to interrupt Saturday's Sonata Serenades to bring you an important news flash. James Gardner, millionaire banker of Hanford, has been found murdered in Mountainville. A .38 revolver, presumed to be his, has been found near the body. No other details are known. We resume our selections of Saturday's Sonata Serenades.
Now we're really off. The war will be a forgotten issue. Our home will become a must on every tourist list. And our new lawn will look like something the Jap Army left behind. And you, Steve Pettijohn, are the cause of it all. Oh.
I've never been able to quite figure out what prompts a morbid curiosity seeker to a district attorney's front door. But they come like wolves, in droves. And our house was no exception.
Anything to say, Thomas?
No, sorry.
When are you going to give us a break?
See me later.
All right, bring it up. Keep moving.
Oh, boys.
All right, Chief.
Good evening.
Hello.
Good evening, Mrs. Pettijohn. Good evening, Mrs. Pettijohn.
Well, what's the dope?
Well, Gardner, all right, and he's been murdered. Probably yesterday. Doc here isn't sure. He's ordered the corpse brought back for an autopsy.
Any clues?
Nothing except a .38 caliber revolver found near the body. It might be the lethal weapon. I'll check the ballistics as soon as the doc digs a bullet out.
Well, get together on it and bring the reports back here.
Shall I tell the reporters anything?
Oh, you know, the usual
Good
thing
day.
with no details.
I got you, Chief. See you later.
Good night, boys.
Good night.
Thanks.
Good night.
Good night, Chief.
Good night. Thank you.
Well, sometimes they shoot the right man.
I need hardly remind you that as the wife of the district attorney, your remark is slightly out of order.
And I need hardly remind you that it's probably the greatest single advancement in Hanford's history. We may have fewer statues and public buildings donated by benefactors like the late Mr. Gardner, but more people will eat regularly. And if it's all the same to you, Chief, your squaw will go to bed.
Hey, lady, I'll have to find out.
Hello, Sue.
Okay.
Yes, come on in.
Is Aunt Margie still up?
Sue!
Yes, Aunt Margie.
Sue, honey, you look like a bad toothache. What's wrong?
I just heard that Mr. Gardner was killed.
What's that got to do with you?
Well, Harry.
What about Harry?
He went up to Mr. Gardner's mountain lodge yesterday to bring some papers for him to sign. And he hasn't come back yet.
That's strange, isn't it, Steve?
Oh, I don't know. Anything could have happened. Gardner might have sent him away on an errand to some branch bank or something.
Steve's right, dear. You might as well get used to men leaving their women folk at home to pine and whine. Everybody's phoned or called today. Everybody but the corpse. Come along, Sue.
Constance.
Good evening, Steve.
Come in. What's the matter? Come inside.
Thank you.
Can I get you something?
No, thank you. I'm all right now. You know about Jim.
Yes.
I've come here to confess.
Confess what?
I killed him.
Do you know what you're saying?
Yes, I do.
Well, don't you want to consult a lawyer before you talk to me? Maybe Ted might not...
I don't want Ted drawn into this. I don't need any legal advice.
You realize that anything you say can be used as evidence against you.
I'm well aware of that.
Go on.
Well, you see, Steve, I never loved Jim. Maybe you knew. It seemed to be common gossip. I married him despite the man I really loved. Ted Farnsworth. It seemed clever to me at the time, but I was wrong. From the day of our marriage, I realized what a fool I'd been. There was no way to make a go of it. I brooded more and more. Finally, one day, when Jim returned from a hunting trip up north...
Hello, dear. I brought you something. A ring-necked pheasant. It should be a swell trophy for your upstairs sitting room. I'll get Beach to take it over to the taxidermist in Denver. It's a pretty bird, isn't it?
Very nice.
Oh, I had a great day. You should come with me sometime. Now, a bath will feel good.
Jim,
Yes, dear.
I have something to tell you.
Well, can it wait?
I'm afraid not.
It must be important.
It's about us. Jim, I want a divorce.
A divorce? Oh, you're joking.
No, I'm serious.
Well, you can't be. Our marriage is a very equitable arrangement. Of course, you and I, for the most part, do have diverse interests. But that's to be expected in a new marriage.
We're talking about different things. Jim, I don't love you.
You're very young, Constance. In judgment and experience. You're going through a transition. Now, it'll all work itself out.
I love someone else. I thought it only fair to tell you.
What could be fair about a dishonesty? If you have any illusions that I might consent to a divorce, get rid of them. Divorces don't occur in our family.
He said that as though he were quoting a commandment. His pride and ego had been challenged. Jim had plenty of both. That was 3 months ago. I tried to believe that he was right. Perhaps I did lack experience and it would all work itself out. But it didn't. Yesterday, I went up to see him at our place in the mountains. To tell him I was leaving him. When Ted found out, he insisted on driving me up. Ted, you're only making it more difficult coming along.
Not at all. It's my problem as much as yours. Now, forget your jitters. We'll make Jim listen to reason.
But he's liable to be more obstinate than ever when he sees you.
Ah, nonsense. You need someone to back you up. Here we are, Connie.
Ted, I'm worried.
Now remember, darling, he who hesitates gathers no moss. Come along. Probably out riding.
Let's wait, shall we?
All right. Chin up, darling.
Good afternoon.
Hello, Jim.
What a surprise. Out for a drive?
We've come to talk to you.
We?
This matter concerns me, too.
Must be serious, dear, to bring you a lawyer.
You know why we're here.
I know nothing except that my wife is making a perfect fool of herself. It's high time she stopped.
You've got her all wrong, Gardner. That's why we're here, to talk it over.
Talk what over?
You know that Constance and I...
Jim, do you still refuse to give me a divorce?
I most certainly do.
Then divorce or not, I'm leaving you.
Well, you've had that choice for months. But even Farnsworth will tell you that won't help your case legally.
Why talk of this in terms of law?
Well, surely you're not asking me to discuss this in terms of morals. I suppose the proper thing to do would be to fight this out. That wouldn't get either of us anywhere.
No, it wouldn't. Not very far.
There's nothing exactly unusual about it. Man, a woman, the other man. When you're faced with being a party to the proceedings, well, it's rather disconcerting. What would you suggest, Farnsworth?
I think we can iron everything out if we talk it over calmly.
Maybe you're right. Won't you come in? You'll see what a calm host I can be.
Nice place you've got here, Gardner.
Thanks. Glad you like it. Make yourself at home.
I've never seen this before. When did you bag it?
That's right. You haven't been up here for quite some time. I never could get her interested in hunting. Now it seems I could never get her interested. What's your proposal, Farnsworth?
Do you want it straight or in legal parlance?
You're pretty good at delivering things straight. I'll take it that way.
I'm sorry about that blow.
I spoke out of turn, I guess. I had it coming. Can I offer you a drink?
Count me out.
Well, I'll have one, thanks.
Okay.
Of course, you understand. We want you to give Constance a divorce.
It's not going to be easy giving her up. Not only contrary to everything I believe, but we have to consider what it'll mean to all of us in Hanford.
I realize that. That's why it should be done as quietly as possible.
Yes, as quietly as possible. Sure you won't change your mind and have a drink?
No, thanks.
Oh, come on. You can't refuse now.
Very well.
You were saying, Farnsworth?
I was saying this whole thing should be arranged without scandal.
No scandal. I'd better make sure of that. I'm all through playing host. Now get out.
I should have known. Come on, Ted, let's go.
Oh, no. He goes, but you stay.
Please, Ted. You'd better do as he says.
I'll send the car for you when I get to town.
When you get to town, my advice would be to keep going. Well, here's to us. You really ought to join me, my dear. Oh, it's a shame to waste this. It's really very good.
You're drinking too much.
I never could drink very much, could I? Huh? I said, huh? That requires an answer, dear.
You're being very stupid.
Oh, stupid. Not like Farnsworth. He's different.
Oh, for heaven's sakes, Jim, you're drunk. Go sleep it off.
No. Now that you're here, it'll be easier for all concerned. I'm going to give you what you want. Your freedom. Leave that gun alone.
back, Jim! Get back!
He was dead. I was terrified. I didn't know what to do. I ran down the road, and Harry Beach came along and drove me back to town. That's all there is, Steve.
There I was with a confession in my hands, and the murderer, all murderous, in jail. This even before an autopsy had been performed. Well, I telephoned Thomas, my assistant, and gave the news to the reporters. Then I thought I'd go home and get some sleep. That's what I thought. All right, I'll go. Hello, Ted.
I just heard over the radio that Connie's confessed.
Yes, she has.
Where is she?
Downtown.
You've got to let her go.
No, don't get excited. Come on in, we'll talk it over.
Hello, Ted.
Margie?
You could use something to quiet your nerves. How about a cup of tea?
Now, look, Steve, Connie's lying. She didn't kill Jim. I did.
Yeah, I know. You and Margie and I, we all did. Sit down.
But I'm serious.
Now, it's very gallant of you to want to front for Constance.
But it's the other way around. She's fronting for me. I was with her early in the evening when she heard that Jim was killed. The way she looked at me, I knew she suspected me. That's why she came here and confessed.
Well, if Constance is innocent, a night in jail won't do her any harm. But there's no reason for you to go off the deep end.
There's every reason. I killed Jim.
Oh, have a cup of tea and stop sacrificing yourself all over the place.
I don't want any tea. I tell you, I killed a man, and you don't believe me.
Constance told me the whole story. You took a poke at Jim, he invited you into the lodge, pulled a gun on you, and ordered you off the property.
Yes, he did. But what Connie didn't tell you, though she suspected, was that I went back again.
With a gun, I suppose?
No, I don't own a gun. I went back to get Connie. But when I got there, she was gone, and the lodge was locked.
Help! Help! Help!
Put the gun away, Gardner. I just want to talk to you for a minute.
I have nothing to say to you, Farnsworth.
But you're hurt. You need help.
Keep away from me.
I don't care what Connie told you, Steve. That's exactly how it happened.
Yeah, well, that's not a bad story.
No story's good at this hour.
Well, aren't you going to book me?
Oh, stop it. Let's have some tea.
Then I'll give myself up to the police.
Don't be an idiot.
Then book me.
You're crazy, man.
If you don't, the police will.
All right, if that's what you want.
That's exactly what I want.
Here, take this. It'll amuse you. It's a better story than yours.
Hello?
This is Thomas, Chief. Sorry to wake you.
What is it, Thomas?
Farnsworth's here. And before I book him, I thought you'd want to know that Gardner wasn't killed by a bullet from his own gun.
What?
Yes. The bullet that Doc found in Gardner's head was a .38, all right.
But Mark checked it. It wasn't from Gardner's gun, so it must have been fired from another revolver.
Another revolver?
That's right, Chief.
All right. You hold Farnsworth and bring Mrs. Gardner to my office. Tell them nothing. I'll be down there right away. What do you think of that?
I'll wait for the $64 question. Good night, Chief.
You say this doesn't match, Mott?
No, sir.
Then that seems to blow both their confessions sky high.
Sure does.
Bring him in.
All right, Farnsworth.
Come in, Ted.
Mrs. Gardner?
Come in, Constance. I have news for you. Ted has confessed to the murder.
He didn't.
Yes, and while I'll admit I didn't believe him, his story fits the coroner's report perfectly.
Why did you do it?
I want to compliment you on your acting performance, Constance. You had even me believing it. But as for you, Ted, I always thought you were a downright liar, and I still do. You say that Gardner's gun went off while you were struggling with him?
That's right, Steve.
Well, then how does it happen that the bullet that the coroner found in Gardner's head was fired from another revolver?
What's that?
Ah, you didn't kill him any more than I did. You're just fronting for each other. Now, I don't like that. You gave the real murderer 8 more hours to cover up his tracks. You spoiled my sleep, and you've just balled up everything. Now, go on, get out of here, both of you. What a night. What a night. A murder, 2 confessions, 2 exonerations, and the murderer still at large. Yes?
May I ask a question at this point, sir?
Surely, what is it?
Was any part of their confessions true?
Oh, yes, yes. They'd driven up to the lodge, all right. And Gardner and Farnsworth had had an argument, and Gardner had ordered him off the place. But that's all.
Did this fella, Harry Beach, drive Mrs. Gardner back?
Yes. But you're getting ahead of my story, young fella. You remember my wife's niece saying that Beach had gone up to get Gardner to sign some papers and hadn't come back that day? Well, he didn't come back that day, or the next, or the next. While my wife and her niece grew more alarmed, I grew more suspicious. After a few days, I asked the governor to institute a statewide search for Beach.
Bust it in, Roy. These dogs weren't yipping for nothing.
All right, call off the dogs and I'll come out.
They won't bother you none. Come on out. Are you Harry Beach?
Yeah.
You're under arrest for the murder of James Gardner.
But I didn't kill him.
Come on.
I didn't kill him. I tell you, I didn't kill him, Mr. Pettyjohn. That's the truth, and you've got to believe me.
Now, quiet down, Beach, and let's have the story from the beginning. You say you went up to the lodge around noon?
Yes, sir.
Then what happened?
As I got close to the lodge, I saw Mrs. Gardner coming down the road. She seemed excited and upset. She waved for me to stop, and I did.
Hello, Harry.
Hello.
Will you drive me back to Hanford?
Well, sure, but do you mind if I tell Mr. Gardner first? He's expecting me.
It's all right. I've already told him. Hurry, please.
Okay. I drove her back to town. I knew something was wrong by the way she acted, but she didn't say anything, and it wasn't my business to ask her.
Then what did you do?
Well, I went back to the lodge. The door was open, but Mr. Gardner wasn't there. I found him near the creek. He'd had a couple too many, and when he drinks, he gets ugly.
Well, speak up. What took you so long?
I'm sorry, Mr. Gardner. I thought you knew.
Knew what?
Well, that I was taking Mrs. Gardner back to town.
So that's how she got away.
That's the truth, Mr. Pettyjohn. I swear it.
Why did you run away?
I started back to town to tell you, but the more I thought of the screwy way that Gardner was killed, the more I was afraid you wouldn't believe me. I know my running away doesn't look good, but I just...
good? Boy, you're in a jam right up your neck.
So I was right. You don't believe me.
Well, how can you expect me to? There are too many things unexplained.
I've told you everything I know.
You say that when you got back to the lodge, the door was open, but Gardner wasn't there.
That's right.
That you found him down by the creek.
Yes, sir.
What was he doing there?
Maybe he was looking for Mrs. Gardner. I don't know.
You saw a man running away. What did he look like?
I don't know.
Oh, you don't know. But you heard a second shot fired. Do you expect me to believe that he fired it?
Well, he must have.
You heard a car leave. Heard it, but didn't see it.
That's right.
Now, that's fantastic. And you can't describe either the car or the man?
No, sir.
Wasn't that other man you?
No, of course not.
Then why did you run away? Why?
I told you why.
Do you expect people to believe that an innocent man runs away? Do you expect me to believe that an innocent man cashes phony checks all over the state?
That was the only way I could get gas and food.
That's the only way a man that has to hide gets gas and food.
I tell you, I didn't kill him.
It's no use, son. You haven't got a chance. If your story doesn't convict you, circumstantial evidence will. That and your record.
Record?
Yes. I just heard you spent a year in Johnstown prison before you came to Hanford. You take my advice, boy, and you come clean. If you'll plead guilty, I might be able to do something for you. I could make a recommendation of leniency to the court. For Sue's sake.
The last time I took friendly advice, I landed in jail. This time, I stick to my story.
Yes, but not the true story. This is nothing but a pack of badly contrived lies. Now listen, Harry, I want to help you. But if you don't tell me the truth, my hands are tied, don't you see that? And believe me, if you don't tell the true facts, I'll be compelled to ask for the maximum penalty. Nothing I could say would persuade him to change his story, and I had to convict him of murder in the first degree.
It is therefore your part and duty, humbly, to confess and bewail your great and manifold offenses, and to repent you truly of your sins, as you tender the eternal salvation of your soul. Be not deceived with a vain and presumptuous expectation of God's favor, nor say within yourself, peace, peace, where there is no peace. For there is no peace, saith my God, to the wicked.
Came the day of the hanging. A bad day for a district attorney always. No man should think himself infallible. Mistakes can be made by everyone, and I'm no exception. I was in my office hoping that someone might at the last minute uncover some overlooked clue or piece of evidence upon which I could ask for a stay of execution. I looked at the clock. It was 11. Only an hour remained before the trap would be sprung.
Call the governor and get a reprieve for Harry Beach.
You call him.
All right. I will.
Margie, for the love of St. Peter.
You'll never see St. Peter, not if you hang Harry.
Yes?
Get Governor Jameson on the phone.
Are you mad?
For the district attorney, it's urgent.
What do you want me to do? I can't just ask him.
You'll ask and like it. Harry Beach is innocent.
I've told you a million times I'm not the only one who thinks he's guilty. The jury, the judge, the governor, they all think he's guilty.
Then none of you will ever see St. Peter.
All right, then we'll keep our appointment with the other fellow. But I've got to cancel that call to the governor.
Go ahead. But here's evidence to prove Harry Beach is innocent.
What are you talking about?
It's a 38, isn't it?
Yes.
And it's like the one that killed Jim Gardner.
Yes. But all 38s look alike. It's the rifling that counts. Where did you get this?
In Ted Farnsworth's house.
You're kidding.
Am I? If you'll sit down, Picklepuss, I'll tell you. You remember Harry said he saw a man running away right after Jim Gardner was killed?
Yes.
Well, that man was Farnsworth.
Who gave you that brilliant piece of information? Your niece?
Don't be such a smart aleck. I found it out myself.
How?
By digging up this bullet out of Farnsworth's apartment.
You did what?
And here's the gun that goes with it.
So help me, Margie, if you've gone off half-cocked and done anything to embarrass me.
I'd embarrass you 1,000 times over rather than see you hang an innocent man. Yes?
The governor's playing golf, and they're trying to locate him.
Tell him to make it snappy. A man's life is at stake.
Yes, so is my job. Now tell me exactly what did you do?
You remember Farnsworth said he never owned a gun?
Yes.
Well, I found out that he did.
How?
By a little plain old-fashioned gumshoeing. First, I inquired around at the sports stores, then all the pawn shops. Finally, I hit one. They'd sold Farnsworth a .38 caliber revolver. The next step was to get hold of it. I broke in through the back door of Farnsworth's apartment.
Margie!
Yes, I did. But first I made sure that no one was in.
I wonder who that was. I'm gonna find myself another job. These bells ring. Mr. Farnsworth's apartment.
Hello, is this Henry?
Yes, ma'am, this is Henry.
This is Mrs. Stephen Pettyjohn.
Yes, I'm Mrs. Pettyjohn.
My husband is planning a little surprise party for Mr. Farnsworth. Will you come over to my house right away?
Yes, ma'am.
I'll explain everything when you get here.
Yes, ma'am. I'll be right over.
And please hurry, we have a lot to do.
Yes, sir.
Goodbye, Henry.
Goodbye.
Then what happened?
I waited until Henry left, went back upstairs, took a hammer and chisel from my bag.
A hammer and a chisel?
And started to jimmy the door. To bring back this bullet from Farnsworth's gun, or you wouldn't believe me. Now are you convinced that he did the killing? Where are you going?
Out of town.
You're taxing my patience, Steve Pettyjohn.
Suppose you did find that gun. What of it? Suppose you fired a bullet out of it. What of that? What does it prove?
Yes?
Governor Jameson has been located and is hurrying to the phone.
Thank you.
I say, what does it prove?
Just this. Will you please come in, Mr. Mott? Did you or did you not check the rifling on this bullet?
Yes, I did.
And what did you find?
The rifling's identical. It's the same.
The same as what?
The same as the bullet that was dug from Gardner's head. I checked my ballistics report and photographs. It's an exact duplicate.
Are you sure of that, Mott?
I'm certain.
What about this? Did you check the bullet against that gun?
I know. Mrs. Pettijohn didn't show me the gun.
Of course not. If I'd waited to have the gun examined, I'd never have gotten here in time and Harry would be hanged. He still will be if the governor doesn't hurry.
Yes?
The governor, Mr. Pettijohn.
You check that bullet against the gun, Mott, and bring your report to me immediately. Hello, Governor Jameson? This is Stephen Pettijohn, the district attorney of Hanford County.
Yes? Oh, the beach case. Well, it's been causing me a bit of concern. I came out here to shoot a few holes of golf to sort of get away from it.
What's on your mind?
Well,
Go on, tell him.
Yes, come on. I'm waiting.
Well, regarding the beach case, Governor,
Yes, yes.
some new evidence has come up that warrants my asking for a stay of execution.
Good. I'm glad you got me in time. I'll phone the warden immediately. Will a 30-day stay be long enough?
Oh, there'll be plenty. Yes. Thank you very much, Governor.
Hugh is right. Now get busy. Arrest Farnsworth and make him talk.
That's a fine prospect. Giving my own friend the third degree.
If you don't, I will.
Oh, no, you won't. You've done plenty. I'll attend to this. Now, you run along.
Good luck, darling.
Thanks. Come. What's on your mind, Thomas?
The Superior Court Clerk's office just called.
And?
We've been robbed.
What's the joke?
It's no joke. Gardner's gun and the bullet that killed him have disappeared from the files in the clerk's office.
Suffering catfish.
It's a funny thing, Chief. They don't know who swiped those exhibits. No one was in the file room this morning, except Mrs. Pettijohn.
Did you say Mrs. Pettijohn?
Yes, your wife. She was there.
Uh-huh. Alice?
Yes?
Get me Ted Farnsworth's apartment. I want to talk to Henry.
Yes, sir.
Well, what'd you find out?
Well, you see, Chief...
Come on, speak up.
Well, you know, Chief, this bullet's the same, but...
That's not the gun it was fired from.
That's right.
That's Gardner's.
See, how did you know that?
Never mind. Yes?
Mr. Farnsworth's apartment on the phone.
That's all, boys. Hello, Henry?
Yes, sir?
This is Mr. Pettijohn.
Good morning, Mr. Pettijohn.
Henry, were you over at my house today?
No, sir.
Did you leave the apartment for any reason?
Yes, sir. I just got back from the market, sir.
Did you find everything in order?
I think so.
Did you look in the den?
I is in the den.
Are there any books on the floor?
There ain't any books on this floor. There's all on the shelves.
Has the lamp been smashed?
This here lamp ain't been smashed. It's as good as the day it was born. Are you sure you has the right number, Mr. Pettijohn?
Well, I guess somebody must have been kidding me, Henry. That's all. Thank you. Goodbye.
Goodbye. This man always messed up.
That's him, all right, Aunt Margie.
I don't like that determined stride.
Margie?
Hello, Steve.
Uncle Steve.
Hello.
Home early, aren't you, dear?
If you think I don't see through this phony chocolate frosting...
What phony frosting? What are you talking about?
Giving me that life was never so beautiful stuff.
Well, isn't it? Well, how do you expect us to act, waiting here on pins and needles?
Well, your pins and needle days are over. I've arrested Farnsworth. He's confessed, and Harry Beach goes scot-free.
Uncle Steve.
Yeah, in a pig's eye. A fine pair of conspirators you are. And you're the brains. You hatched it all up.
Hatched what?
A pack of lies. Stealing a guard and a gun and bullet from the court clerk's office. Getting me to ask for a reprieve. Steaming me up to go after an innocent man. Getting me in wrong with the governor. And I fell for it.
Well, I had to do something to make you see daylight.
Why?
Because I believe Harry Beach is innocent and Ted Farnsworth is guilty.
Give me one good concrete reason.
I don't know any concrete reason. I just feel it.
I want facts.
All right, I'll give you facts. Come along, Sue.
Now, listen, I'm warning you for the last time,
I'll
Archie.
do as I like, Steve Pettyjohn, and you can like it or lump it.
All right, go on. Ruin yourself. Ruin me. Ruin everything. But if you do, don't come back weeping on my shoulders.
Shoulders? You mean that tailor's padding? There.
Gosh, it's cold in here.
Well, light the fire. Now, let's get busy. He'll be here any second.
Do you think he'll come, Aunt Margie?
After the telegram I sent him, he'd come to Timbuktu. Now, let's see. He's got to come through that door. Sue, you stand here and hold this gun. And I'll stand there. Now, when he comes through that door... Move.
Hello, Margie.
Put up your hands.
What?
Keep him covered. I'll frisk him.
Margie.
Yes, it's me.
Well, what's this, a Halloween joke?
You won't think so by the time I get through. Now walk.
For the love of Mike, what's all this about?
Walk. Keep him up.
You're not really serious.
Just try me. Now sit down.
Now, look here, if this is a joke, it's going too far.
Keep him covered. If he moves, plug him.
Now, come on, Margie. What's all this about?
In due time, my man.
You're not going to tie me.
I didn't learn how to use these first aid bandages for nothing. Left over right. Right over left.
Whatever Margie's up to, it isn't good.
Do you really think Ted's with her?
Seems to put together. She's missing, her niece is missing, Ted is missing. There's only one conclusion. She always had a fixation that Ted was guilty. Well?
No sign of them, Chief. We've checked everywhere. Mott thinks they might have left town.
Why?
Because they're not in town.
That's brilliant. Come on in. We haven't heard from the other boys yet.
You're crazy. You're mad. You're pulling my arms out of their sockets. Let go.
Not until you confess. You killed Gardner, didn't you?
No, of course not.
We'll hang on until you say yes.
Oh, it's incredible. Two supposedly sane women get a man up here under false pretenses and then torture him. You're asking me to admit something I didn't do.
Well, I think you did. Lean into it, Sue.
Ow!
Julia?
Yes, Mr. Petty.
Come here, please. You were home all afternoon, weren't you?
Yes, sir.
Have you any idea where Mrs. Pettyjohn went?
Maybe to a meeting, maybe visiting, maybe she went
Never
to
mind the
restaurant.
maybes. Do you know where she went?
Well, a body can't work in a house without overhearing something.
Where did she go?
To a meeting, and I wasn't eavesdropping.
What meeting?
Well, they said something about taking your guns with them.
To a meeting?
I wasn't eavesdropping, mind you, but Mrs. Pettyjohn distinctly said the guns will come in handy up at the lodge.
The lodge? That's where they are. Jim's lodge. Did you hear anything else?
Nothing much, except that they said something about sending some gentleman a telegram and inviting him to...
That's all. Thank you very much. Good night, Julia.
Don't think I make a habit of eavesdropping.
No. Good night, Julia. Good night.
Good night, sir.
Sent a telegram, huh? Western Union, please.
Western Union?
This is Steve Pettyjohn. I want you to trace a telegram sent late this afternoon addressed to Ted Farnsworth.
Just a moment, Mr. Pettyjohn.
Now we'll make sure. You better get a car, Mort.
I have one outside, Chief.
Hello, Mr. Pettyjohn?
Yes?
Got it right here. Should I read it?
If you please.
Darling, I'm terribly worried about us. Tried to phone you, but you were out. Leaving for lodge at once. Please meet me there as soon as possible. Love, Constance. That's it.
Thank you, Jordan. It's all clear to me now. We're leaving, boys and girls.
You not only killed Gardner, but you're letting another man die for it.
I didn't kill him. I didn't kill anybody.
Turn it up full blast, Sue. Why did you kill Jim Gardner?
Oh, please, let me alone.
Maybe he didn't, Aunt Margie. A fine time to begin to doubt it. Why did you kill Jim Gardner?
Water. Give me some water, please.
I'm ready to quit this. I'm not. The police, darn it. Help me, Sue.
Margie, open this door.
For the last time, did you kill Jim Gardner?
No. No.
Margie, you must be plain cuckoo. This tops everything.
Well,
Will you get out of here and go on home to your pots and pans?
I still say he's guilty, and if I just had another 5 minutes...
Go on home.
All right, all right. Sue. Chief.
You all right, Ted?
Not too good.
I know I'm right. There, child. We still have 30 days, and we're not licked yet. One moment, Sue. Mm-hmm.
I can't tell you how sorry I am.
Well, that's all right, Steve. Margie had an obsession that I killed Jim, and nothing I said could make her change her mind.
What the devil do you think you're doing now?
My homework, just studying ballistics.
Now it's ballistics. How often have I told you not to meddle in other people's affairs?
I thought Mott might like a couple of specimens out of this .38.
Where did you get that?
Out of Ted's car. The gun that killed Gardner was never found, remember?
What about that, Ted?
Well, it's mine, all right.
I thought you said you never owned a gun.
I didn't until after Jim was killed. When that happened, I thought it would be wise to have one around.
That's a lame excuse if ever I heard one.
Oh, now you're at it again.
And I think it might be a good idea to let Mott check those bullets.
A very good idea. It'll only take a moment. I got my equipment right in the car.
Just a minute.
So I was right.
Yes, and I'd have gotten away with it if it hadn't been for you.
Don't be a fool, Ted. Give me that gun.
Stay where you are, Steve.
Don't you realize you haven't got a chance? Suppose you do get away.
I'll worry about that.
You better give yourself up, Ted. It's no good running away. You've already committed one murder.
Why don't you boys stop playing cops and robbers? You're both puffing and fuming like a couple of characters out of an old-fashioned melodrama.
Margie.
That thing's no good. I took all the bullets out except the 2 I fired, just in case.
You what?
You don't believe me? Try it.
And so it was circumstantial evidence, and circumstantial evidence alone, that almost put the noose around Harry Beech's neck.
Yes? Excuse me, sir, a question. I was wondering...
Oh, excuse me.
Oh, wait just a minute, young lady. From what we've just heard from Steve, you belong here as much as he does. Much more. Ladies and gentlemen, Mrs. Pettyjohn.
I haven't felt so nervous since I was a bride. I'm sorry to have intruded, but I do think that 2 hours is too long to sit out in the car and wait.
Hear me just a minute now. Go ahead with your question, Wilson.
Well, sir, I was going to ask Mr. Pettyjohn, but if I may, I'll ask Margie. I mean Mrs. Pettyjohn.
Certainly.
What prompted you to believe Farnsworth guilty?
An old-fashioned commodity, intuition.
Bosh!
We women have done all right with it since time began.
A woman's intuition is just a shot in the dark.
Eve peddling apples to Adam was no shot in the dark. She knew her intuition and her apples.